Hello. Careful. I think it should be working now. What if I put it here? And then I take this off. Yo, Toma, what's up? No, I think it's working now. Okay, good. I think switch to this mic. I don't know if you can see in the webcam. But is it good? You guys can hear me? It's good. Yeah. Calm, calm, calm. I need to add the if I get time under 1 minute. I got you. All right. See you no more. Um, yo, does it have to be a first try? Like only one attempt? Or is there like multiple attempts allowed? Let me scramble it first and let me know. 2 attempts, okay. Same way. No, thought I had that. Okay. Mm. Yo, if I get 15 seconds. Okay, without blindfolded? No. That's different. That's different. Without blindfolded, I got you. Okay. Look. Not you guys don't know. Like without blindfolded, it's different out here. Um oh, there's inspection. Oh wait, 3, 2. Like, come on guys, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You know what I mean? Okay. One more attempt for blind. Light work. That's what I'm saying, right? But I'll do one more attempt for the um blind, and then I gotta prove myself there. You know what I mean? Um, okay. All right. 59 seconds, but it wasn't solved by the way. So I think the next one I can do. Okay. You're lying, bro. 1 minute exactly? No way. Yo, redemption or what? That that was 0.56 seconds away. I'm saying that that warrants a redemption. Okay, okay, that say no more, say no more. Literally, bro, 0.56 seconds. Okay. Um, I can do a redemption, or we can put some different challenge going. Let me know. Taken, I was actually getting nervous. Like when I like you know when you're in a competition and you're like a little bit shaky because you're like there's pressure. I was feeling the pressure. Appreciate it, my boy. You tell me how to say your name though, because I feel like I'm saying it wrong. So let me know. But, is full F2L, OLL, PLL hard to learn? So I would say F2L is not hard to learn, right? And then in OLL and PLL, there's two types. Um, one sec. Let me just make sure the angle is right. So with OLL, there's um, you have like two steps, right? The first step is you want to get the yellow cross, and the second step is you want to get the corners to be all facing yellow, right? That's two look OLL when you do it in two steps. And then for PLL, there's also a similar thing where you get all the corners facing the right way, and then you do the edges second. So in that way, you can split up the OLL and PLL, and it becomes from like around 70 algorithms, it becomes way shorter, like a 20 algorithm subset. So if you want to learn that, that's like where I would start. But and then full F2L, people like, for example, I don't use full F2L technically because I've learned everything intuitively. Does that make sense? So, for example, um, let me like try making a random case. Okay, yeah, for example, like this, right? If you see this, you're thinking of what the algorithm is, then that's going to be more difficult. But if instead you think of this as I have to, to look a little, but I take time up to look because I regrip and switch sides. Okay, yeah, like that's challenging for sure. Learning how to not do regrips. But what I would do is learn a few algorithms, and then that way you'll kind of know the way the procedure or try to figure out the intuition behind it. Because if you just memorize algorithms, it's going to take too long because instead of thinking about a piece, and you can't be creative when you memorize algorithms, right? You're just seeing a case and you're doing exactly what you have to do. So I would say instead, learn it intuitively and then learn a few algorithms and then see the ones cases where you're taking a long time. For example, like this case, to be able to do like regrip lists, right? But if you're I'm trying to think of like a harder case. Um, I say the same case again. Okay, there you go. This case, right? So if you see this case, it's like this is facing upwards, this is next to it. And also you should be neutral in both your hands. So your left hand and your right hand should be ideally equal. Mine aren't. Like my right hand is much faster than my left hand. But at the same time, the closer you can make them, the better it is. For example, like do you know how to do this one? Like if you just saw this, would you think, oh, I need an algorithm, or would you just think like intuitively? Yeah, your right hand also. Yeah, I mean it makes sense because like most people are right hand dominant and naturally their right hand is just becomes better. And most algorithms are also right hand dominant. Like if you think about T perm, like just like you probably know what T perm is, right? When you have like this here and these two need to switch and these two need to switch. Like this is how fast I can do your right hand, right? But left hand, it's like and I did it wrong. Wait, okay, I did it wrong. Yeah, but you get my point. Like doing your left hand is like a completely different story. So yeah, with this one, learn a few algorithms. Like for this one, what I do is let me see if I can do like a POV type thing. Okay, wait. Okay, there, that's good. So yeah, with this one, I would insert this corner into here like that, right? And then I match this edge up and it becomes this case that you might have seen where you put them together like so, and then it just becomes a regular bar that you can insert, right? Um, and then another case that, let me just do like an example solve, right? And I'll show you like kind of how I think about everything. So I'm not going to show cross unless you want me to show cross. I can show you cross. But let's just say I did cross, right? Okay, the first thing I see is this corner is red and white and blue. Okay. Now, when I did this, I saw a red and white corner. But I already know the red, white, blue one is here. So this is red, white. In the back, it has to be green. So there's only two corners that have red and white on them. So when I did this, I already knew that this is a pair, right? For this one, I separate it like this. And that perfectly sets it up into a just an insert, right? Boom. The next thing I see is this. And if you remember from before, I saw this one was red, blue, and white. And I see this. Now I can turn it this way, and then I'll have a good case. It's not too bad if you know this one. But instead, what I can do is I can turn this way. Okay, and now the pair I have to insert it is right here in the back. And that's much easier because as soon as I pair that, so for this one I do bring that down, pair it, and then back insert. Should be familiar with back inserts. They'll save you so much regrips. Um, and then the next pair I saw was this one and this one. So this is a kind of like an algorithm I know, right? Because I know that if I sledgehammer, it'll set up into problem is slow with timer, I forget everything. So that's like a reality because you have time pressure, so you're gonna revert back to your old habits. What you want to do is you want to do more untimed solves, right? Because if you keep doing time solves, your goal is just going to be to get a fastest solve, and you're going to go back to your old habits. That's what you don't want to do. Why do I have so many 3 by 3s? So basically, I was doing something called multi-blind, and in multi-blind, what you do is okay, I'll set that up. Okay, so in multi-blind, you mess up all of these at the same time. You try solving as many as you can together, if that makes sense. So um, I can show you like my, you can see it on my channel. Like I have different videos where I have, yeah, I have different videos where I'm doing like 24 attempt or um 9 cubes at one time. My main cube, bro, is this is a GT Moyu Weilong UTS 3M. It's actually really old. I got it in 2019. So that's when I used to cube, right? And then I stopped. So yeah. Um, anyways, just to quickly finish the example solve. Um, does that angle work? Okay, yeah. So the last pair I see is this one, and this one is like um there's like kind of like an algorithm, right? R3 has 7, V5. I think that these, wait, I might be bugging, but I think these might be RSs. They're not magnetic, like RS3s, but I don't think they're magnetic. You can double check on that, but I think the one you have might be the magnetic version of what I have. So I'm not sure. But yeah, just to finish this example solve, like I was saying, um, this OLL, you already know. Yeah, mine, yours magnetic. Okay, that makes sense. Mine are not magnetic. But the reason is because I bought so many, I don't think I can afford them to be magnetic. Um, yeah, I mean, there's not much to show with OLL and PLL. Like it's just algorithm based and recognition. So just learn the algorithm set. I think if you know, continue, don't reply here. Okay, sounds good. You have a 7 by 7? I don't have a 7 by 7 actually. Um, my biggest is a 6 by 6. To show you my collection. These are like 3 biggest cubes I have. Megaminx 5 and 6 by 6. But the problem is the 6 by 6 is very bad. Like it cannot corner cut. Like even this, it's like stuck. Like look at the angle, it's stuck. So can't really do anything about that. This 5x5 is pretty good. I'm not that good at 5x5, but yeah. And then Megaminx is one of my favorite events. Um, I think out of these three, I'm probably the best at Megaminx. If you guys want, I can do a Megaminx. I can do a 3x3, whatever you guys feel like watching. Let me know. Loki, I might do some Megaminx solves, like just like 2 or 3 cool tricks on 6x6. Um, sure. Like, tell me like what specifically like your weakness is. Like, are you looking for center tricks or are you looking for, or I could do an example solve like dots. Like centers, right? Okay, sure. Can do an example solve if that's what you're thinking. Okay, so just scramble it. Okay, so that's definitely not scrambled enough. Thing with big cubes, it takes so long to scramble. But yeah, um, okay, let's just go with this. So the first thing, let's just do white for simplicity. The first thing I would see is this, right? And this and this. Okay, so I want to make this bar. And the thing with bars is this edge piece can only go on this side because on it's like a right edge wing, right? If I put it on the left side of an edge, it's not going to line up. You see how it's like a little offset? So what I want to do is I want to ideally like move it out of the way, flip it, and then put it back down, right? At the same time, I saw this one is the correct one. So I can put this down, it'll make 3, and I can turn it and put it back, and it'll make 4. Then again, I have this preserved at the bottom, like so, and I see this and this edge piece correspond. So boom, to line this up into 4, and then like that. Perfect. Now I see this piece and I see this corner and this corner. So you can do something like put this on the top, turn this and attach it, and then I have my preserved pieces on the side here. And then I go like this to make that pair, and boom, done 4. Same thing here. I kind of have again that 2 piece, and just wanna go and make that into a 3. After that, I see the last corner here, matching it with this, and into 4. So I have that one center done. For the second one, okay, since I didn't scramble it that well, um, yeah, I first make the centers, but I don't make these centers. I just make like the entire center, if that's what you're asking. So this one is like just lucky because it wasn't like fully scrambled. But let's say we have this, right? And we're looking to make the last one. It's the same case again. So you kind of start seeing these patterns. And 3, and then 4, and then insert. So after I make the white one, I always do the opposite one first. And then you want to be neutral to doing any one next. Like here, I see that the green one is the best. So I'm going to do the green one next. Um, and I can see these two and I see these two. So what I'm going to do is boom, 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 boom. And then I can just insert that to here. I see this and this. So this is a little bit trickier to insert. So I see this one actually better. Match up, turn around, bring down. And I just need to attach a corner to this. This corner should work. I have three done. And now with this one, so I would move this to the side so I can bring this corner out. And yeah, for sure. You can take a look, bro. Let me know if you have any other questions. I actually got you. I can drop anything. And if you want some type of video, let me know. Okay, so yeah, I have three here. And yeah. Is that kind of what like you were looking for? All right, Toma, nice to meet you, and maybe I'll see you at another time. Um, yeah, so this and this. This one I can pair kind of in a weird way. And then, oops, I did it wrong. And then I would do this, obviously. The 6x6 is really bad, I can't lie. But it does the job, I guess. Um, and then, okay, yeah, this is a cool trick. So when you have this corner and you have three here, since you can't like do this, bring it down, what you're gonna do is line them up. So this corner lines up with this, and you're gonna pretend you were inserting it like as if it's here. So how that looks like is you line up this and this, and you insert it, but then all that does is move this corner from here to here. Then after you do a U, it'll be perfectly set up to be inserted again properly. Yeah, I can show you some cool tricks in the last two centers, and then probably stop doing this for now. But um, yeah, so what I see first of all is this and this, right? So I can make a 8 block, and then I see this. What I would do is insert just three of these like this, and then I think I'd probably insert it like these two, right? And then I would insert this corner like so. And then I have this. So what you can do for this is a kind of funny algorithm. You just go, you move the slice, you line them up first of all, move the slice up, you move the slice next to it. So first we move the slice up, now we're moving the slice up, U prime, and then move down, down, U prime. And what that does is it specifically only moves that one piece. And there's something called commutator, kind of. I can do the same thing here. So I see this one, boom, boom. Now this one has to be with the third row because this is where the gap is. So boom, 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 boom. Let me know if that makes sense. If you have any questions, I think I'm gonna do one four blind solve and then color runs. Okay. That side. Okay. Yeah, no problem, bro. I hope that made sense because I don't know if the angle was good or not. So let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna do one for blind solve and then call it reps. Okay. Bro, after doing a 6x6, like 4x4 feels so easy to move. It's actually insane. All right. Cool. Oh, I can't remember the corners. I think it was yeah, I feel like that. Uh, maybe, yeah. Okay. Yes, home base. Bro, that was very close. That's mad unfortunate. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Oh, that's what you mean. My bad. I didn't realize this is what you're talking about. I thought you were asking like solving tricks. Okay. Um, yeah, I can, but I would have to solve it first. Um, no worries, no worries. Okay, give me like a second to solve it because it's gonna take a while. But I got you. Um, I'm actually really slow at 6 by 6, so you have to give me some time. But I'm okay. The only one I know is checkerboard. Do you know that one? Oh, really? No way. Which cube are you solving? I actually hate 6 by 6, bro. It's actually the worst one. Um, there's so many edge pieces, bro. Like, I've been doing this for 20 minutes. And I also pause so much on 6 by 6. Yeah, I've actually been to a bunch of competitions. My next competition is in 20 days, about 20 days. It's on April 2nd in Calgary. That's kind of what I'm practicing for. And yeah, that's my main focus right now. Have you ever been to a competition? Let me know. Mm, I've been to, I think, actually, like a lot of competitions now. Like somewhere around, maybe even around 10. I have yet to get gold in anything. I've gotten second place, I think 4 times, and third place twice. Maybe one more than that. More than twice. Maybe 3 times. Actually, not twice. I've been home only never to a competition. But you should go, like, it's actually really worth it. It's a good place to, like, meet people. Everyone is, like, different levels, so you always find someone who's, like, close to however good you are. And, it's motivating too. Because when you're just at home, you don't get that same motivation. Okay, finally almost done. Oh, you're from Europe. I see. Okay. Um, I don't know if it's worth it to go like travel for that. Not that it's- It could be like if you're in a city where there's a competition happening, it'd be worth it, you know? And Europe's like connected by trains, right? So it's like, okay. One thing you can do is checkerboard, which is really easy. So you want to do is you want to move the top layer twice, and then you want to move the top two layers. So like you're gonna grab all two layers twice, then all three layers, and then all four layers, and then all five layers, and then um you have to do one sec. There's a way to do it. Yeah, okay. So I'm pretty sure you have to go boom, boom, boom. So you do like that like twice and then down, and then that and twice and down. And what that does is it makes it possible for you to checkerboard that one side. And you can also, I'm messing it up now, I can't lie. But that's like the best way to get at least one side to checkerboard. Um, yeah, I think I messed it up. My bad. But yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to do like, you want to do all sides like this, like that pattern. And then you want to do that, one, two, down, that, one, two, down. And then you'll be able to make a checkerboard on one side. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna call it a wrap for today. I have to study for school, but I appreciate you guys sliding by, and I hope you guys learned something. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Sure, last question. What's up? I appreciate you, bro. Come on. What's your last question, man? Do I play games? I don't at the moment. I used to play Rocket League, Valorant, Fortnite, and a bunch of mobile games. But at the time, at the current time, I don't play any mobile games. Sorry about that, mate. All right. I appreciate you guys. You too, man. You too, man. See you.